Hi everyone, so today we're talking about ankle, especially something called dorsiflexion, this motion here, but the mechanics that happens here. So biomechanics is just not a fancy word for the sequence of the bone moving that allows this dorsiflexion to happen. Why is that important? Because this plays a huge role when you have pinching, pressure, sensation at the ankle. And one thing I test in many people with lower extremity injury and also back pain is the talus and how well it actually moves within the talocrural joint motion. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're talking about the ankle joint, especially the dorsiflexion motion, which is this here, your toes going closer towards your shin bone, and the biomechanics that happens at the talocrural joint. That's this talocrural joint is the joint where it's the fibula, tibia, and the talus. Now, why is that important? Because a lot of people I see stretch, or exercise, and there's dysfunction at this talus, and as you will see, there's dysfunction at this talus can lead to something where you feel a pinch, pressure, or discomfort that it's not a lot, but people just push through it. And it's important to understand the mechanics to know why you should do an exercise. So let's go to it. Now, that's the talus, tibia, fibula. So I'm going to shift over towards my hand here. So here goes the outside, okay, fibula. This one's the tibia. Here goes the talus. And I did a post earlier, a picture post on the talus. Now, when you dorsiflex, this dorsiflex also, and it rotates out, called external rotation, slight abduction, which means it goes outwards like that, all right, away from midline. So you get this dorsiflex, external rotation, abduction. Now you can see how that butts up against the fibula, right, that small bone along the outer leg, lower leg, and that causes, let's go back to here. So as you dorsiflex, you can't really simulate that because it's artificial, and so you get this fibula, it butts up against the fibula, and that causes the fibula to ride up, and when it rides up, it separates this joint here, and the membrane right here, and it separates that and causes the fibula to go up, and relative this goes down. So, this, if you have a forceful event where you get that dorsiflexion here, it can cause a high ankle sprain, which is a disruption of this membrane here. So now, when you're stretching out and you're doing, say, a calf stretch, what happens is, because there's a lot of compression, not a lot of room here, you get this talus, instead of getting that rotation, it has no room, wiggle room, so it shifts usually lateral, so towards outside here. Or it doesn't get that dorsiflexion because of the compression, and it stays into a slight plantar flexion, so it stays here. And so that dorsiflexion here is necessary for this to move, right, and this to spread open, which impacts the knee function. So a foot problem, ankle problem can impact your knee and your hip and your low back and your SI and all the way up to your neck because of that. What can you do? So the exercise is you need a belt here, attach you something stable, make an 8 out of it, put your ankle into that cross path, crosses over the front part of your ankle crease, and all you're going to do is just lean back. Okay, shift your weight back. Let me take this off. Shift your weight back. You'll feel traction happening. So now the talus has some wiggle room. Then you want to go to dorsiflexion motion as you're getting that pull. So now you're teaching it to go to the external rotation, allows that fibula. What you can also do is help your fibula to move up, your tibia to move down. So I'm going that way. So as it goes, so pull back as you dorsiflex. I'm simulating, helping my fibula to move up and tibia to go down, So it requires some coordination, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it successfully. The most important part is the traction. Now you can go into any type of ankle stretching. So here, calf stretch, very common. Here, this kind to get that stretch. Or you could go into more of a functional sports performance ankle dorsiflexion stretch, and you won't feel this stiffness and tightness and pressure that you might feel because you traction it and allow the mechanics to happen the way it's supposed to be. Now please share that video. One love and have fun staying active. Bye.